Inquisitor? Tell me, how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Being you. Are you blissfully unaware? Or deep inside, is some part of you banging on the walls, screaming?
Have I offended you in some way, Solus?
Oh, in some way, yes. Although I should watch my tone. I speak to a demigod after all, the chosen of Andraste. Do you enjoy the worship? Does it make you feel infallible? Or do you see them as fools, gullible for their belief?
You're welcome to think whatever you like. I believe I was chosen.
So your great maker will stop anything terrible from happening? How's that working so far? Are you glad to have the Templars back at your side? A strong, proud organization founded on the fear of magic. What a wonderful job it has done.
The Templars have their faults, but I suspect we're going to be fighting more mages before this ends.
Templars could have helped as part of the Inquisition, not as a separate entity dedicated to spreading fear. Why am I surprised? You supported the Grey Wardens. Their blind zealotry must be a solace. I should thank you, Inquisitor. I had spent time with few of your people before this. From the stories, I thought you all thuggish, simple and crude. Now I know I was right. You have no idea what a comfort that is.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Solus. Will you be taking your leave?
No.
No?
We have a world to save. Until I see a better option, I will stay and lend my services to this Inquisition. Perhaps one day you will even listen. To what do I owe the pleasure?
We'll talk later.
Of course.
You have remarkably little here on early to winter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Then find another library. Don't whine to me about it.
I'm not whining.
Yes, you are.
Fine, perhaps a little. I've good cause. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
it would have been easier if you'd been with me.
without question. But I'm rather glad I wasn't.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor. Yes?
That Corypheus, he's a hammer, smashing everything. Conclave, Haven, Advent.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right.
Not so sure you are now.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He saved Hawk's little sister from the Blight. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
We're taking down Corypheus before he takes any more lives.
You know, sometimes when you say shit like that, I almost start to believe it. Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where she's going. Fenris needs to know. Maker, I'm glad I won't be doing this in person. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fane.
They think she spoke to me.
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
Tell the petitioners Andraste said her herald's word is as her own.
That will certainly make the Chantry take notice, but we shall spread the word.
So this is the shrine Corypheus hid from Calpurnia.
It is far, far too quiet.
This is a sad place, filled with old pain. People spoke here. There's something listen. Until it didn't.
A shrine to one of the old gods. Few still exist.
Awaken a world twisted into perversion and ruin. Awaken. Fear prepares to set foot in the place where regret dwells to bring it into the light. She cannot know what must be done, cannot understand the dark. A slave girl who burned with potential, ignored by all save myself. A master did not see it. No one saw it. The world has gone craven and blind. Did the others never return from the Black City? There is no record even of our names. We are vilified by legend. They spit on our deeds and claim let it permeate our others have not. The anchor has been stolen by a stripling. I shall descend on this haven with fire. What manner of peril this age has bred?
Light the burner. Add a teaspoon of cinnabar. He came down in fire and splendor. Chapter 9, verse 1.
That's a spell of containment, a powerful one.
What is this? Who are you?
Magister Erasthenes, am I a scholar of Tevinter? To Corypheus I am bound to answer every question. For Gersanius' sake, I am lost.
Corypheus did this to you? On Calpurnia's behalf?
She knows not. I am a ruin, a jeweled husk when the butterfly leaves. I was the greatest scholar of the old gods in Minrathus. No, in the Imperium. One night, he came to my door. For my relics, I thought, my writings and runes. But instead, my slave went to his side, Calpurnia, to become the vessel and save Tevinter.
If Calpurnia is this vessel, what are the contents going to be?
I do not know. Power. It must be some sort of power. Power like Ephemils, risen in flame and...
Is that why Calpurnia joined Corypheus? To save your empire?
Yes, she seeks a leader, Corypheus, to shape Tevinter's rebirth. She would raise up the slaves as she was raised. Bring a new order with a heart of steel. She could do it if she were not the vessel.
If Calpurnia is the one Corypheus wanted, why do this to you?
For practice. Corypheus, crafts a vessel for whatever power he seeks. Yes. But he does not need his vessel to have free will. About her, these same chains will fall. Iron to cage lightning. My binding is the poor pencil sketch. Calpurnia will be the masterpiece.
She'd reconsider being Corypheus's pet magister if she found out.
Hers is a cold rage to rival the wrath of Corypheus. This chain has broken me, friend. No wings can raise my right. Please, breach the circle. Its wards will trigger. I will be dust and light. Free.
Or it will kill us. Corypheus is not above placing such a trap.
Corypheus' circle will hold its destruction within. Tight. No fear. Only freedom.
I can't waste your knowledge. Leliana should question you. My agents will secure this place. Maybe they can undo that circle somehow.
You would make of me what he makes of Calpurnia. What shall I make of that?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or... what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.